Hey everyone, Joe here. One of the accessories a lot of people like to buy for the camera when they start getting into photography is an intervalometer. Well, if you happen to own a Canon camera, and preferably some of the older ones, you might be in luck and may be able to use software called Magic Lantern. If you're not familiar with Magic Lantern is a firmware upgrade that doesn't replace the firmware in the Canon camera, but kind of runs beside it and is stored on the memory card. And one of those things that Magic Lantern has built in is intervalometer. And it has a load of features in its intervalometer. I'd like to show you how to quickly use it right quick. Now, this is the 600D, and I have a little Rokinon manual lens attached to it. So if you see over here it says F00, it's just because I'm using a manual aperture lens. It doesn't register, so don't pay no attention to that. But this happens to be my favorite lens for time-lapse, so it just stays on this camera quite often. But anyway, for this model camera, we can hit the little trash button on normal mode, and we can bring up our Magic Lantern settings. Now we go over here, we got first exposure, then we got overlay options, movie options, and this has a load of movie options, which is mainly what Magic Lantern is geared for. But it has also some shooting functions, HDR bracketing, intervalometer, bulb ramp, focus. A lot of this is stuff that is highly important, especially when you're getting a really good time lapse. And it's got all sorts of things like focus trapping, which would be really good. A lot of functions in here that actually even let you, like this motion detection. If you like to set your camera up and take photos of like lightning stuff, stuff like this can help. Okay, what we're going to focus in on is our intervalometer today. Now, it's very simple. This pretty quick. The fourth option over, if you're using the 600D or like a T3i I got here, is shooting mode. Okay. Now the second option from the bottom is intervalometer. Now we can turn it on and turn it off by pressing the set button on the camera here. Now, if you want to get into the options and stuff in it, you press the Q button. And here's the options it has for the built-in intervalometer. Now, we can choose to change this, our pictures and stuff, 12 seconds, 10 seconds. It goes up, what people feel is most, best settings and stuff. This, however, keep going up to about 2.5 hours, and it switches over to about 3 hours, 4 hours, and goes up to 8 hours. So you can have it set to take a photo once every 8 hours. Okay. The second option is to tell it when to start. Let's say you wanted to take a time lapse about an hour after you left your home or left your camping spot. That way, animals and stuff or other reasons, whatnot, you can think of, may, happen after that hour has started. Okay, or maybe you just want to take a picture, say like, clouds coming in, a storm, it's going to be in like an hour. You may want to set it up an hour later. You can just simply set it up and go over through here and keep going to the minutes, 5 minutes marks, and so on. Now, I'm going to leave mine here on 0 seconds. Now, the other option here is to stop after. And what stop after means is it can stop after so many photos. Well, a lot of cheap intervalometers that you purchase can only go up to so many, like 300, 399, shots. The built-in one here can shoot up to 5,000, or you completely disable it, and it can continuously keep shooting as long as you still have battery life and memory card space. So I'm going to go up here and set mine to start, to take a photo every 2 seconds, which is probably something you might want to do during the daytime, getting like clouds and stuff coming by. Okay. As soon as we get that done, hit the, I believe what button it is here, and enter back into it. Now to turn it on is to simply hit set, or hit set to turn it off. Now we can hit set, and as soon as we start taking a picture, it should start taking a picture for us. And there we go. And let me see here which one it is to stop it actually. Yes, pressing menu stops it. But you can see as soon as you start pressing the shutter button the first time, it will start up on you. And to stop it is simply press menu. Now, Magic Lantern software, since it runs on the card, is a little hesitant, a little slow at times. But just overlook it, give it time, it will work. But that is actually how to set up Magic Lantern for us to take your intervalometer and stuff. Now, the settings and stuff you may want to use. Let me get out of that. I keep doing that on accident. Okay, and here we go. Now remember, you still have to set your exposure settings here in the camera before setting up the intervalometer. But having the built-in intervalometer in Magic Lantern makes things very convenient, very helpful, no external hardware, and is fairly reliable for the most part. There are some few glitches and stuff in Magic Lantern, but it's free, software, which adds a lot to its value, being that it's completely free. But I hope everybody liked this little quick tip. If you do, hit the like button down the bottom. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please take the time to subscribe. It's free. It's for you. Let you know when I release more videos. And until next time, everyone, thank you for watching.